In La Crosse County, there are 25,156 children under the age of 18, making up 21% of the total population. Approximately 12% of these children live below the federal poverty threshold. There are also 3.3 cases of child abuse per 1,000 children in La Crosse County, and there have been noted increases in Child Protective Services referrals and out-of-home placements. Statistics like these, however, may not indicate the true number of abused youths.
Definitely, physical and sexual abuse is underreported. Children, for a lot of different reasons, don't feel comfortable coming forward.
The cause of these unjust statistics can be traced to various social determinants of health, namely access to education, access to social support, exposure to crime, and quality of education. The problem is that many people don't understand these issues exist, and in such can do nothing to help it.
A lot of folks don't think that we have an at-risk youth problem. Oftentimes we think of Black and brown children or students of color as an at-risk child, but there are so many adverse childhood experiences that contribute to overall success for our students.
When a child experiences something horrific, it not only affects their mental state, but their physical state as well. The term Adverse Childhood Experiences, or ACE for short, is derived from the CDC Kaiser Permanente Adverse Childhood Experiences study. This study found that the more adverse childhood experiences a child suffered, the worse their health outcomes were.
So adverse childhood experiences are just different experiences that children can go through that could have adverse effects on their health, mental health, like diabetes, heart disease in the future, overeating, smoking. But just because you get a high score on the ACEs, it is just a number, so there are different factors like resiliency factors and protective factors.
What La Crosse County as a community is lacking is general knowledge and awareness of the problem. Once the community becomes more educated and aware of how to help these children, then they can start providing safe spaces for children to grow. Youth and family advocate Jennifer Scaccio at the New Horizons Outreach Center in La Crosse sees this as a problem.
I want them to know that not all these kids are going to go to school with clean clothes because they just left at 3 a.m. and now they're in a safe space. They have to think outside the box. What happened to this kiddo today or yesterday? Those kids who are naughty, they're naughty for a reason. Something's going on, something's happened. So instead of saying, why are you being a jerk today? Maybe we need to just start asking, like, what happened to you? Because there's usually something behind our behaviors, right? And I think if they got more educated, again, they'd be more supportive.
The United Nations created a list of universal human rights, one of which is the right to a good life. Children, much like all other people, have the right to be cared for. If the community does not help improve the lives of the children in need, they are depriving the community's youth of a basic human right.
These students are very bright. It's just they need folks to give them that chance and to support them in whatever venture they choose to take on in life.
Sometimes a safe environment and a positive role model is enough to change a life. With this proper support, children can be molded for success rather than molded for failure and illness. One way to fix this problem is to educate the community on how to support an at-risk child. In schools, educators must be trained to look past bad behavior and instead look at underlying causes. The community must also be educated on how to be a good role model for struggling children. One organization in La Crosse, The Good Fight, is determined to provide safe resources for at-risk youth. At The Good Fight, children have access to computers for homework, board games, food, and boxing training to instill discipline, physical activity, fitness, and mental sharpness. We traveled to The Good Fight to talk to a group of children about the profession of nursing, the importance of exercise and nutrition, and stress management. We also took some time to demonstrate how nurses take pulses and blood pressure. Executive Director Isaiah Thomas understands the importance of creating spaces for children like The Good Fight.
I think the biggest thing that you can do is continue to be proactive in your efforts, realizing that, yes, my student is struggling academically, but at what point does that become a behavioral issue? Say our student is getting very upset and worked up about certain things and it's starting to happen more frequently. How do we get them help before it turns into a larger issue?
So these people in our community have so much power in helping our youth become successful.
If we start providing spaces in our education system and community, like The Good Fight, where kids can participate in recreation free from stress, we can finally improve the lives of those that need it the most in the Crosse.